Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Ann Kramer. This is Free Speech and Me, and we're starting another live stream where we play with my cats again. So let's do this. Let's find the critters first. Where did the critters go? We have spotted one. Archie, come on. All right. How's everybody going? Is there anybody out there in the polls? So, whenever I finished doing my live stream yesterday, I ended up accidentally deleting it. So, that's all right though. We're going to be playing with our cats. We might be crocheting something. They're just pacing themselves right now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. The water's warm. I gotta make sure that people can actually see them. Oh, it's a rubber band. That's okay. Sorry about the shaky cam movement right now. Getting all situated. All right, there we go. Now you guys can actually see the cats more better. Which everybody's here for the cats anyway. I mean, let's be real here. Humans are kind of boring. Cats are life. They're the life goal you want, man. And then we're gonna listen to Curly Boy Chuck, because I listen to him a lot. And then I gotta get you where you guys can actually see Buddy. Well, his name's not Buddy, it's Archie, but you can see him right now. Yes. Okay, you can see Alice too. Is this all about cats and dogs? Yeah, do you like cats and dogs? I like to play with my cats. I like politics, but politics isn't everything. I like animals also. What do you guys like to talk about? Look how crazy he is. Look how awesome he is. Yeah, like, just like... Ah. Well, I mean, I guess I should recreate the poll. Yes, totally. Yes, I 100% agree with that statement. And I love the flags. Thank you so much. His name is Archie. And I think they're like 6 years old. But welcome to our stream. If you like political cats, well, not political cats, because honestly, let's be real here. If it was between a human and voting, if you had a choice to vote between a human or vote for a cat, who would you really vote for? Let's just be real here. Can I freestyle? Not really. I mean, I don't do a lot of rap stuff, but I think it's cool if people can. Archie. Oh wait, flip the... Hey, buddy. Jeez. I mean, I'm not good at that stuff. Jesus Christ, what? Oh, because of the other, oh, is it a Trump cat? I mean, his name is Archie. Is it a Trump cat? Archie doesn't, he keeps his vote, who he votes for to his chest. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't vote. Because he's orange. Yes, that's so true. He does not want to let go. He's adorable. It's got a noise toy in it. So like what happens is it will every time it moves it will make that bird sound. But it's supposed to be to me, animal cruelty. Why? How is this animal cruelty? It is not animal cruelty. He is playing. He is oblivious to the camera also. Also, he wants to play. How is this? I want to know how this is animal cruelty. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Cats do bring joy. See? That's what I want to know. How is that? Like, it's like if I was doing something, like, trust me, I'm not, like, let me just be real here. If I was doing people who, well, I mean, of course, there are stupid people out there. I totally agree. That, like, buddy, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I think people just like to say stuff sometimes. It's kind of weird how people are that way. They just like to say stuff. Like, for example, like, see. Yeah, I'm just playing with a toy. It's a toy. Somebody yesterday thought it was like some whip or some beef stick whip or something. I'm like, no, it's a cat toy. It makes noise. I know. How is it cruelty? He's just chilling. Plus, he has a lot of energy. I think he's gonna go stalk his sister, but yeah. Bro is blind. That is a toy. That is a toy on a string. Yeah, I know. Bro is blind is the toy. Yes. It was kind of funny because, well, he couldn't really see. He saw, to be fair, he saw like let me kind of do it like, he saw like me playing with like he saw like the brown part. So, but it's still like, I still don't get how you get beef stick from it. Oh, don't nip at me, Archie. Be good. Yes, my cat is cute. He's also hyper. He gets really hyper, like. He's like, I own this tripod. I am going to make this tripod my bee. I'm putting this tripod right here, Archie. And then I'm gonna flip it over. And then Archie's going to. Okay, well, thank you. Well, how's everyone else doing? Let's watch some stuff and enjoy the show. Also play with cats.
I'm done with it. This stupidity. There's about three of us, including this show and sports media, that have called this out. And you got people like Don Staley and Kim Mulkey and Diana Taurasi and all these super influential females that don't have the guts to stand up to protect their own sport. That's how I'm going to judge you. You care more about a sponsor like Nike, who's letting a guy be the spokesperson for leggings and women's sports bras while mocking you. Look how stupid these people make you look.
Friday Gaines is like the only person out there that has the balls to speak up about this. Where are all the other women at who know that this is wrong? I guarantee you, there are so many biological women who are athletes who agree with Friday Gaines' comments. But they're too scared to step up and say something. Because what happens to Friday Gaines, what happens to them? They'll get threatened, they'll get canceled, they'll lose sponsorships. Corporations like Nike won't work with them, and so it's a lot.
Do you have the same thing? Yeah, we used to have a parrot. Do you have like we used to have a parrot It was a red stick one, and it had a parrot on it. Can you guys see him? He goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. There you go. Is it okay if I move you, buddy? Is it okay? Don't dig your nails in there, buddy. There you go. That way people can see you. Because you're shiny. That's his version of playing. Hello, how are you? It's your Meow the Cow. That's a funny name. I like that name, Meow the Cow. How are you doing today? Or tonight, or... If we're lucky, we'll get to see Alice. Alice is the other. We have two cats. One of them is Archie, the star. Okay, they're both stars in their own way, but my day is going good. I clean whenever I'm not making videos, I clean residents' rooms at a nursing home, and then I come home. And when my mom and dad aren't here, I get to live stream. So that's not cue to come to my house, though, guys. Oh, and then we have these type of toys too. See. He's not in. He's interested in laying on it. It's a really tiny micro pillow. Give him time to relax. He jumps around a lot.
Publicly. And to me, that is cowardly. You see one of your own. You see a female athlete fighting for females, for biological females, in the future of all sports. Fighting against this ideology that biological men should be able to compete against biological women, and that's perfectly fair. When they know, I know, we all know that is wrong, and they're silent. Ladies, please step up. Stop being afraid. Think of the future. Think of your daughters. Think of your sisters. Think of the next generation and speak up. Do exactly what Riley Gaines is doing. If more biological women would actually speak up about this who are athletes, do you have any idea how strong that movement would be? But right now, it's one army strong because nobody else will stand with Riley Gaines and back her and say, "What? She's absolutely right. I'm an athlete. I compete in the Olympics, and I'm telling you right now, what she's saying is correct." Nobody's doing that. It's crickets out there. Those kids don't care about athletes or female athletes. They care about their agenda. And if Riley Gaines is not for the transgender ideology 1000% that they want her to be, then she is the enemy. Doesn't matter if what she's saying is logical. It doesn't matter what she's saying is statistical.
What you watching? I watch Curly Boy Chuck. What do you watch? Have you ever seen Curly Boy Chuck?
It's insanity. We have entered the Twilight Zone. We have entered an episode of Black Mirror, content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I just hit 40,000. I'm so excited. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna try to upload more videos.
I also like to watch a whole bunch of other stuff. I also like watching. I like watching YouTube Shorts. Hi. Hi, Ella. How are you? Hi. How are you doing? Get this.
Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a specific topic that you guys wanted me to talk about. The reason why I know this is because I did a poll on my community tab, and overwhelmingly you guys voted for me to talk about why I left the left. Not only did I leave the left, but I ran from the left politically. I used to be more
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
more, I guess, centrist, right-wing politically on many issues, particularly social issues. So without further ado, you guys want this, so let's talk about
Hmm?
the left. So a little about my background. So growing up, I want to say I grew up more conservative, right-leaning. Just some quick history, my dad is a pastor, and my mom is a worship leader in church. So I grew up constantly around Christian beliefs and just a Christian upbringing. When I was, a kid and of
This
course
is
a teenager, and then of course I entered that phase that we all enter when we start to grow into our own. So I want to say about maybe 20.
actually. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys are interested in political commentary or I do just fun stuff. But I try to make light of the political situation that's going on right now. I am conservative, so I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I try to keep it fair. And I also like having fun. Thank you. Cats. Yes, I love cats. Oh, I didn't actually hit you, Archie. Archie. Hi, buddy. Alright, and so... Oh, wait, hold on. He put up a new video of his doggy! He's got a little, Okay. Oh my gosh, that's cute.
Watch this. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put the sentence together. Gee, I wonder who she could be talking about. Show me he can't do the job. I'm willing to take that shot because, as I said, I grabbed all his teeth fell out and he pooped his pants and had to roll across the street. Then choose a man who I know is out to destroy the country. Out to destroy the country. You know what's funny about that statement is here she is stating that it doesn't matter if...
Trying to push me out of the race. Let me say it as good as I can. I'm staying in the race.
You cannot be against them.
That's impressive. So Donald Trump's campaign manager just threatened me on Zoom.
Ready for some? This video is for all the dumb people on X and all...
Continue to move until we get the total ban on.
Yeah, that would be awesome if people did that. There's your ASMR content. If anybody likes that stuff. You know, controversial thing. I'm not really a fan of ASMR. It's not that it creeps me out. It's just that it's just not my cup of tea. But if people like ASMR, that's cool. But everyone likes his toe beans. This right here. That right there. You know, I feel like watching Cenk literally almost have a heart attack yelling about Trump. Whether you agree with Trump, like, we can all agree that yelling about a situation doesn't make it better.
Voter there, he lost millions of. In spite of all this, not.
I devised a plan to find better home internet, guys. Madison, you scout the web to the best deals. And Alan,
Avoid that hassle and go with US Cellular Home Internet. No more guesswork, and it is faster than ever.
You guys might have heard of this amazing professor who's predicted the last 9 out of 10 races, maybe even 10 out of 10. He's got 13 keys. Professor
Oh my
Alan
god, we're gonna watch
Cenk.
Cenk. I saw the thumbnail and I'm like, we have to watch this. I don't take Cenk seriously. I want to preface this. I do not take Cenk Uygur seriously. Cenk Uygur is the lolcow that nobody asked for, but everyone wants. And if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Dude is about to probably have a stroke one day. It's not really a good thing.
Pundits and pollsters and analysts that you see on all the cable channels and all the networks have no track record in predicting elections. And yet they come on and they claim they know how this debate is going to affect the outcome of elections. They have no idea. It's sports talk radio. It may be entertaining, but it has no scientific basis.
So what is the impact, you think?
Zero. Debates are not predictive of outcomes. Hillary Clinton won all 3 debates. Still lost. John Kerry
Debatable.
won debates. Still lost. Barack Obama got trounced. 72 to 20% in the poll. Worse than Biden, and went on to win. That's why we rely on the 13 keys which tap into the structure of how elections really work. And they show that Democrats really only a chance to win, contrary to everything we've heard, is with Biden running. Look at the incumbency key. Biden checks that off. The contest key, he checks that off. He was uncontested. It takes 6 keys to count out the White House army.
But you know,
That means of the remaining 11 keys.
But that doesn't change the fact that the dude can't form a sentence.
They lose the contest key. They lose the incumbency. And only 4 more keys.
Fresh agave taste. From fresh pressed agave. For deliciously refreshing margaritas. However you enjoy them. Or neighbor.
Would have to fall.
First of all, he says other people don't have any track record. Well, you're talking to the wrong dude, brother. So, number one, I correctly predicted that Donald Trump would win in 2016 on This Week with George Stephanopoulos, right after Hillary Clinton's giant lead after the DNC.
I've got Trump at 279, 259. I gave him Florida, Ohio, listen, so in his life, he's had a great track record of failure, bankruptcies, running from Vietnam, everything like that. But he's a populist candidate when the country's angry and you run, and it's the most establishment candidate we've ever seen against him. It was a terrible idea by the Democrats to support
You're
Hillary
so
Clinton.
hard against him today because you think he's going to win.
I'm very worried, and if the Democrats are not really worried that in this populist time, Donald Trump doesn't have an excellent chance to win, they're completely wrong.
I said that Bernie could have a real shot at beating Hillary Clinton in 2016 when he was polling at 3%, and everybody thought I was crazy. I didn't do it because I liked Bernie. I did it because I knew that economic populist message would catch on. I predicted that Bill de Blasio would win the mayorship when he was in 3rd place. Why? You look at how a campaign is going. You look at the dynamics of the campaign. In 2012, when I did it publicly, I went 12-0 in elections, including picking Heidi Heitkamp, the Democrat, to win when she only had a 25% chance in her Senate race. So, yeah, some people do have a great track record.
I mean, his dude's literally being like, guys. Dude's literally like, guys. I suck at finding out who's gonna win. But yet, trust me, bro. Trust me. I know who's gonna win. Nobody really knows who's gonna win until people go to the polling booth and the votes are counted. I never purchase a crystal ball. I'm very clumsy, so it might break. But one can never tell the future.
It is based on not just the top polling numbers, but the underlying polling numbers and how they're doing in the campaign. So when it gets to the specific points that he made, he said debates normally don't matter. That's true. And that's why after Barack Obama had a terrible debate in his first outing against Mitt Romney in 2012, I said, guys, it doesn't matter at all. And I called Obama winning 6 weeks beforehand. I said, it's already over. Romney doesn't have context, where he was already very strong. He was running a strong campaign. They had strong underlying numbers. So debate performance in a context like that barely matters. But in a debate where your brain falls out of your head, then debates matter. Okay? These are super simple points. The main reason they're having this guy all over TV is not because all of a sudden they respect historians or professors. Because he's giving people copium. And they
Here's the thing, guys. If anyone disagrees, respectfully explain why. But here's the thing. You know that people are, that, the Democrats know that they might lose in November because the news media starts getting real with people about this stuff. I mean, seriously, the news people starts getting real. The news anchors are like, yeah, we knew Joe Biden was having, mental problems. Oh, you did? And yet you waited, you guys just kept your pie holes shut for almost 4 years about this. It's not, at the end of the day, it's not about Democrats versus Republicans and independents in the middle. We are all Americans. We are all struggling because people decided that they didn't want Trump to have another 4 years. He can't, you only get 8 years. So, like, the people who, but anyway, so that the news, that something's going down because the news media starts getting real with people and stops lying. When they start telling the truth, something's going on. Know it. All right, let's keep watching this clown. I want to see him scream. I want to see him scream. Come on, Shank. Scream, Shank, scream. Woo! He probably won't scream.
No, it's not. 80% of Americans say that he is not mentally or cognitively healthy enough to be president. That means 8 out of 10 Americans, to put it bluntly, think that his brain isn't working. That is not a normal context. Oh yeah, I have 14 different factors that decide an election. And the 14th one is, do 8 out of 10 Americans think your brain is working or not? How could you not see that this is a different situation? What if you applied his 13 principles to Senate races? Well, he would have said, well, based on incumbency advantage, this advantage, that advantage, all these keys, Dianne Feinstein is going to win. Yes, there's only one problem with that. She's dead. And she was already in massive mental decline before she passed away. And if they had run her in her massive mental decline, you could have had 28 keys saying that she was going to win. Except she couldn't speak. And Joe Biden is in that situation. Not as deep as Feinstein was towards the end, but again, it doesn't matter whether you think he's in mental decline or I think he's in mental decline. What matters is that 8 out of 10 Americans think that he's in mental decline, and he misunderstands incumbency. He thinks, oh, well, incumbency matters a lot. That's true. If you're in a local race or you're in a state senate race in a state that isn't very populous and hence does not get a lot of media attention. That's where the name recognition of incumbency produces a giant advantage. And historically, when it was only mainstream media, it would even produce an advantage for presidents. But in this new age with social media, you cannot contain the message that is coming out of social media. And what's happening is incumbency is actually becoming an albatross around the neck of incumbents, especially when you have a situation like inflation or anything else that gets wrong that gets blamed on the president.
Yeah, Archie. Right now.
Situation greatly. I'm not impressed that he's a professor or a historian. He's got to be able to expand his mind to the point where he can understand the context of this election. Abby Phillips is actually going to ask him a good question next. So I'm going to let him make more arguments, and I'll come back and debunk again.
The problem right now is that the Democratic Party is considering replacing Biden mostly because it's unclear whether or not he actually physically can carry out the rest of this campaign and put up a fight against his opponent. So that seems like a fundamentally different thing than some of the items that you have in your rubric.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store on a single integrated.
It's a huge mistake. They're not doctors. They don't know whether Biden is physically capable of carrying out a second term or not. Remember, a lot of folks were saying the same thing about Ronald Reagan, who was, 73, and age was very different then. And they said, he's not capable of carrying out another term. He won 49 states. So this is all foolhardy nonsense. The same pundits.
Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't ask people, where's everybody from, by the way? What are you in Are some of you guys in America? Are some of you guys in Canada? Where are you guys from? I'm just curious to know. And by the way, I'm going to switch the poll to a... I don't know what that does, but... Okay, so I have another poll. Now I'm really curious, especially from the Democratic side. If there's Democrats, please respectfully, I'm not gonna be rude to you. Please don't be rude to me. I have a question. So, like, if you're not for Biden, who, if all of a sudden the people decided to, pull their heads out of their rear ends and say, oh, he has dementia, we should, replace him. Who would you want to be in the hot seat, in the president seat, on the Democratic ticket? I know who I'm voting for, obviously, but I am curious to know because, it isn't just about one person. Ooh, wait, hold on. He's playing more. He's playing more. All right, back to the show.
2016 are giving the Democrats horrible advice. This proves what I've been saying for years. Republicans have no principles. Democrats have no spine. Republicans are sticking with a blatant liar who lied for every 1 minute and 20 seconds of that debate. Donald Trump put out a liar. By the way, lies stick. Debate performances can be overcome. And now the first sign of
But okay, so let's say I bought this. I mean, I don't because I live streamed the debate, and a lot of what he said I don't believe. Let's just say this guy's saying is true. Okay, well, does it change the fact that Biden looks like he belongs in a nursing home? I'm not trying to be rude, but here's the thing, is that the man can barely talk. He has to. Jill Biden walked up on stage at the end and said, "Good job, Joe. You answered all the questions." Like he was some dog that did all these tricks and stuff, and I'm like, you're not really helping the situation out there, man. You really are not helping the situation out. But yeah, I mean, even if Trump lied, even if Trump was lying, I don't believe that. But whatever. Does it change the fact that what people saw on stage? Does it really change the fact that Biden was slurring his words and he was mumbling and bumbling and couldn't talk? And yes, people say that he had a cold, but okay, so if Biden was out of the picture, you would either vote for Trump or you would vote for the other one. If you guys would you name a name on who you would like to vote for? I'm genuinely just curious. I've heard of Robert Kennedy being tossed around. Maybe Bernie Sanders. I'm not sure. I wouldn't vote for Bernie Sanders, but I know that he excites a bunch of people in the Democratic Party. So I mean, Michelle Obama was another person that people wanted to name drop. I mean, none of these people I like, but this is sad. The bar is so low that you're like, well, they can form a sentence, and they can walk on a debate stage. My God, the bar has been set so freaking low that it's like, well, they can walk on a stage and form a sentence. God, where has the world taken us, man? Where has the world taken us? You know,
Adversity, the spineless Democrats want to throw under the bus their own incumbent president. My goodness.
Now, I'm going to ironically agree with him at the end on one thing. Stay around for that. But first, let me debunk a whole bunch of other things. So, number one, he says, well, look, these people aren't doctors. Well, brother, we got eyes and ears. He couldn't finish sentences. He said that we defeated Medicare. You don't have to be a doctor to figure out that that ain't right. And he's falling apart at the seams. But again, it doesn't matter what we think. The American people think, 8 out of 10 of them do, that he's in mental decline, and they're very, very worried, and they don't want to vote for him. And you can tell that he's biased and subjective in the way that he talks. He says, oh yeah, Trump's a liar. Yeah, I know, brother, but what does that have to do with all your keys? That doesn't have anything to do with your keys. It just seems like you're upset at Donald Trump. And the American people have already taken into account that he's a liar, and he's still winning by a lot. So, and then you look at the second part of his subjectivity, and there's many, many parts of it, but I'm keeping brief and just giving you one of the keys. He says, one of the keys is scandal, and Biden doesn't have a scandal. Wait a minute, that's subjective. Well, you could argue that Hunter Biden was a scandal. Now, I don't think that's real, and I don't think that's a scandal that should affect people very much, but some people think it was a scandal. But much more importantly, the debate, his age, and his mental decline are the scandal. It's a giant, giant iceberg right in front of your eyes. And you're missing it. You're like, I don't see any scandal. The scandal is they don't think his brain is working. What's so hard to understand about that? And the problem is, if you're biased in a certain direction, you conveniently don't see things, or you put one key in a certain bracket there where it doesn't belong instead of the other bracket because you're leaning in that direction. So that's a giant problem. Now, the ironic agreement is, yeah, the Democrats have no spine. If they had a spine, they would replace the guy who has a very, very, very low percentage chance of winning with a person who has a much higher percentage chance of winning. But they're like, no, don't upset the status quo. Don't disobey. We must obey the leadership. The leadership is so smart. That's why they picked Hillary Clinton, who's a guaranteed victory against Donald Trump in 2016. Wait, that didn't work out that well. Okay, but this time they picked Joe Biden, and he's the only one that can beat Trump. Then why is he losing to him so badly? Why is he losing in every swing state? Why is he losing it now in 3 non-swing states? Why is he at 36% approval rating? And finally, guys, is this in the keys where last time you won, you were at 52% and you barely won the Electoral College? This time you're at 36% approval rating. You're 16 points lower. There's no chance that Joe Biden can win. Is this another key? And this is a fact of American politics. If you're below 50%, you're an incumbent, you're in massive trouble. Very unlikely to win if you're in the 40s. If you're in the 30s, no incumbent.
I'm gonna pause again. You know, yeah, yes, they are leftists. I'm gonna put that aside. There's a lot that me and a lot of them probably don't agree on. That's fine. That's cool. But, what he's saying makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, if somebody I don't like, is talking out there with actually using, the thing between their ears, I'm gonna give them here, hold on. Here. Claps for Cenk. Good job. Yeah, absolutely. Like, never say never, but it doesn't appear that he'll win, that Biden will win. And I'm not for Biden, I'm for Trump, of course. But, just the fact that, he's losing all these states. And, this is why I say, vote for cats, guys. Hashtag vote for cats. Because You never wonder if a cat's brain is on the decline, okay? I'm bad. I'm sorry, guys. You just never do. And it's the truth of the matter. All right, let's move on. Let's continue this.
Has ever won an election year when they're in the 30s. Ever. And Biden is at 36%. There's no chance that Biden can win. For God's sake, get a candidate that can beat Donald Trump. But unfortunately, some people prefer copium. That's why they are holding on to this guy's leg like they're Stan Van Gundy. And they're like, oh yeah, tell me more about how Biden is likely to win, even though that's wrong based on every poll and every number. So, brothers, sorry, but you're not right this time. And if people listen to you, it's going to lead to disaster.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube members.
Okay, so he didn't yell on that one.
For me,
Wait, what? He gets kicked off American Airlines flight?
If you
Holy.
order Mix and Match from Domino's, you can get more than just your favorite pizza. You can get specialty chicken, savory pop.
Okay.
Guess what just happened? They kicked me off the plane. Okay, so I'm removed from this flight? Isn't that unbelievable? I was on the line, I got on the line, you guys saw the last video, okay? I was almost on the plane, and the lady, one of the two supervisors, came out of vindictiveness and decided, no, that's it, I'm gonna kick you off the plane. She made up an excuse about how the captain didn't feel comfortable with me there. You guys saw the video, the captain wasn't there. Remember I was screaming, where's the crew? Where's the crew? Is the crew coming? The captain, everybody was pointing out the captain wasn't there. Now I didn't, throw a fit when they asked me to get off the plane. I was angry before, no question about it, but you saw it on the video. A lot of people were angry, right? Me and another guy, the two guys who got, there were others too, who got the plane there. If we weren't angry, they wouldn't have brought the plane. They weren't bringing the plane for 3 hours. We got angry, and we asked our supervisor. Meanwhile, the whole time...
We have a lunatic.
Boy, here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
We have a lunatic fringe of right-wingers that are both corrupt and take money from weapons manufacturers and have lost their minds and belong in mental asylums. We're like, oh yeah, we'll give an assault rifle to an assault weapon to a 14-year-old and have him walk around and see if we can agitate him. And they think that's normal. No, you belong in an asylum. And by the way, passed easily, right? The vote was overwhelming. Let the 14-year-olds walk around. Yeah. Hopefully they'll kill a whole bunch of people. It'll be great. Idiots in Missouri. Total morons. Every Republican that voted for that is a monster.
Well, voted against it because the proposal was to ban minors from open carry in the state of Missouri. And I do want to give the one Republican who proposed this and voted in favor of it some credit. It's State Representative, again, a Republican, Lane Roberts. He's a former Joplin, Missouri police chief and state public safety director. And he's like, this is not a good idea. Now, I also want to read a quote from another Republican lawmaker who...
Let's go back. So how's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Oh.
So this is for everybody that ever asked for clean, defined, healthy, bouncy, curly coils that look good, that feel good. If that's what you wanted. On it, but I mean, if that's what he says, then like nobody knows how to take care of their hair. Everybody's still coming out with this frizzy crap, as Onion calls it.
This frizzy crap. I say frizzy crap because it just comes to mind.
Or this braids situation that Onion doesn't like.
Highly braided, whatever. First of all, pretty sure she doesn't spend 7 hours a day braiding that. Pretty sure she doesn't even necessarily wash that. And I know that I'm not attracted to that. Here we have another example of that probably doesn't feel good to touch, probably isn't fun to maintain, and probably hurts your scalp, probably isn't washed very much, just don't.
Thank the skies for delivering Onion to us. He gave a lot of tips and a lot of tricks. He even suggested some products for us and how to use them and when to use them. This is like the holy grail routine for curly hair care and afro hair care. Because let's face it, afro hair is just very, 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 very curly.
Afro textured hair is curly hair. I mean, yeah, look at it. It's all curly, super curly, amazingly curly.
Onion's hair care routine, number 1, is to get yourself a daily shampoo. So he even came up with a suggestion for you. He found it on Amazon. To be honest, anybody can say daily shampoo because they're trying to sell it to you. They want you to buy it, they want you to buy more of it, and you're going to buy more of it if you're using it every day. Another thing that he points out is that it's for all hair types. Another big, bold claim to make. Different hair types have different needs. For there to be one product that can cater to all hair care types, like that's mythical. They're not speaking to black people when they make a statement like that.
No, it doesn't take a genius to know that hair is hair.
So he just said, get one that's not damaging.
Best shampoo is for African American natural black hair. You obviously don't want alcohol in your hair because that'll dry it out. Gotta get that pH balance as well. Gotta get a shampoo with naturally moisturizing oils. I know what I'm talking about. I hope you invest in the right shampoos.
Number 3 is to go ahead and wash your hair every single day. That's it. That's step number 3.
No, it can strip your hair if you're using the wrong product. Crappy, hacky products, and then they say, well, I guess nothing will work. And that is absolutely stupid. So congratulations, now your hair is dirtier and stinks more because you can't competently take care of it.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
See this shampoo here, and if you scroll down, it says daily cleaning. Daily, which means you can wash your hair daily. The secret is to not use harsh shampoo. Oh my god, is that exactly what I've been saying this whole time? It's almost like white boy is right. A lot of black people don't wash their hair because it's too much work. I've seen that again and again.
Oh my god.
They can't do it. Instead, they do it because it's time consuming. So it's dirtier by choice.
So step number 4 is to style your hair. And he doesn't like it if you don't look like you've done anything to your hair. I mean, he wants it to be low maintenance. He likes low maintenance looking styles, but also he doesn't want you to look like you just got out of bed.
I got this girl who is basically the perfect hairstyle for people of a highly curly nature. Looks like you put a bit of effort into it, but not too much. And it totally looks maintainable. Like you can wash it and it'll be okay. I'm more attracted to something like this. Something that you feel more inclined to leave that she prepped that today, so that doesn't smell like dead rats. Unlike probably haven't washed my hair in 4 years girl over here.
He hates frizz.
If my hair looked like that when I grew it out, I would have to figure something out. Like this.
Really want to use some styling products.
Oh my
Make sure
gosh,
your hair is
people
nice
are
and
wild.
fine. And also, he needs to be able to look at it and feel like he can run his hands through it.
Because I'm using the right products, my hair is fantastic. It's super lovely to touch. People always compliment me on my hair when they put their fingers through it.
So it has to be all of these things. So you're gonna have to style your hair and you're gonna have to dry your hair as well before you leave the house. I mean, I would love to air dry it, but then obviously Anissa would not be able to touch it while it's air drying and it would be wet and he wouldn't like that. So obviously I need to dry it. I guess I need to use a hairdryer, except the hairdryer is gonna make it frizzy and he hates frizz. So I guess I will use a diffuser. I can't towel dry because like towel drying causes massive frizz. So we can't do that. I need to get my hair dry without towel drying.
Oh my gosh, this is wild.
Using it and without air drying it. So the time right now, 2:37 in the afternoon. So we're gonna, all right, it's now 2:38. Let's go wash my hair. Let's be quick. I mean, I'm doing this today because it's my day off. This is when I usually wash my hair, right? Oh, I got hair clips in. Get them up. Quick. We gotta learn to do this real quick because we're doing this every day. And the hair's looking ratchet. I mean, Anissa is not gonna want to touch this mess, is he? Yeah. He's right, definitely needs washing. It's been a week, about a week ago. I need to find some of these shampoos. The key is that it needs to say daily on it. Which one's not daily? Daily. Damage recovery. That's what we're going to need after this, I think. I've got lots and lots of shampoos. Cleansing cream shampoo. Finding a daily shampoo is hard. I mean, because I don't trust that one that Anissa suggested. I want one that is sulfate-free, paraben-free, silicone-free. I want cruelty-free as well. I want vegan. Like, I want it all. All of these products are designed for curly hair, so let's hope. We've got only curls in here. We got cruelty, naturals. I mean, literally, I have all of these products, and none of them say daily. I'm starting to think that daily shampooing is not the best bet for curly hair girls because brands are not doing it. Brands are not encouraging you to wash daily. So I've settled on the Umberto Gianni line. It seems to have everything that Anissa was talking about. It's sulfate free. It says that it's really caring for my hair. It's got coconut oil and shea butter in it. It's also cruelty free and vegan, which I love. Like, I need that in my products because we love animals over this channel. Like, we care. The word daily is literally not mentioned, but this is probably like as gentle a shampoo as you're gonna get. 2:55. We're gonna go wash this mop, wash the bun. Stay there, sit there, be happy. I'm not actually gonna show you. So I also use one of these brushes to detangle. It's actually a tangle teaser. Don't look at it too closely because it's dirty. It looks kind of gross. But yeah, this is what I use to detangle my hair when it ends detangling. Because you know that curly hair gets very, very tangled very, very quickly when you spend a long time detangling it. And you might think that my hair was gonna come out brown or something, but what was coming out clear? This is why I've got some shampoo on my hair. Yeah, there's a little bit of dirt coming out. So up close and personal. You guys have never been at this close and personal. I'm not gonna lie, 40 minutes. But we're not done yet because actually.
Oh my gosh.
We've got to do curl cream and we've got to do styling. Curl cream that I'm using is the More Than Moisture Whirling and Styling Definition Cream from.
You know, I'm not saying that people can't have opinions about like different hairstyles and stuff like that, but for somebody to be like, oh, you know, if you have curly hair, like, he doesn't have curly hair. He has straight hair. Well, he could have curly hair, for all I know. Anybody who knows if Onision actually has curly hair, let me know. But, like, he could have it. He just doesn't, I think he has wavy hair, actually. I believe when he doesn't cut his hair, he has wavy hair. Anyway. Just out of curiosity, who knows about that stuff? But, like, for him to be like, oh, your hair is dirty, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't braid his... He can't... In his picture, he can't braid the hair. So how would he even know, you know? Anyway.
Umberto Gianni. We've got a leave-in conditioner. This one is from Naughty Naturals. run some of that through my hair. We spent so much money on products this week. Styling is what we're using. Run that through my hair. So I'm going to use this comb to help me distribute that through my hair. I want to get it on like every single strand so that all of my hair can be defined and lovely and touchable so that me still can touch my hair. In order to get a nice defined look to my hair and not make it kind of, we don't want frizzy patches. There are pieces of hair. We're just going to literally just twist them. So hopefully we should have some really defined curls by the time this dries. We don't need to be anywhere today, so I'm going to let my hair air dry, because when I air dry, that's when my hair is the most defined, most shiny, most nice. Hopefully it's going to dry with some nice defined curls, because Anision likes that definition. He does not like that frizz. He hates that frizz so much that he would shave it off, remember? So we don't want to be shaving our hair off. It is exactly 3:57, so the whole process of me washing and styling my hair took an hour, and my hair is not even dry yet. So I expect if I wanted to dry my hair with a hairdryer, I would not be able to do it with a hairdryer because that would just completely blow out my hair and make it frizzy. I would have to use a diffuser. The diffuser will probably take me literally like another hour to dry my hair. So we're looking at about a 2-hour long hair process every single day. We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow, I guess. It's about 11:30 a.m. I need to leave now. I haven't been able to wash my hair yet because my sister has been in the bathroom all morning washing her hair, so I only had time for a really quick shower. So it looks like it's going to be like another late afternoon kind of hair wash, which means I'm going to have to go to bed with my hair wet again. My hair is still not dry from yesterday, so I'll just put it up because it looks so like straggly just because it's still wet. It just looks kind of ugly. So it's me like a good 24 hours to get my hair dry. And it doesn't look too warm today. Hopefully my head's not going to get too cold. Okay, so I'm back from doing my grocery shopping and the errands I had to run. I actually messed up my errands because I had some stuff that I needed to return to Pretty Little Thing, but I forgot to print off the labels and stick them on, so that was a bust. I need to wash my hair now. I mean, to me, it feels freshly washed. I'm like, I washed it yesterday. I want to say it's dry now, but it's literally like the thought of washing my hair right now is really off-putting to me because I just know how long it takes, and I don't want to do it. But I guess I can't be lazy because Anision, he was really motivational. He said I can't be lazy. The one I used yesterday, it did feel kind of very, very stripping on my hair. My hair felt very, very dry after I used that. So I think today I'm going to do a co-wash because Anision did say that you can co-wash.
Conditioner is kind of like washing it, but unlike a lot of shampoos, it doesn't pull out all the moisture. Conditioner really just more so moistens your hair. So if you're a black person, maybe consider just using conditioner. And then your hair can smell good all week rather than being something that you don't wash for a week and get small. Gross.
Anision discovered co-washing. I mean, I love that for us. I mean, I have to say goodbye to like these literally freshly washed curls. Like, this is criminal.
Try killing bugs the worry-free way. Not the other way. Zevo traps use light to attract and trap flying insects with no odor and no mess. They work continuously, so you don't have to. Zevo, people-friendly, but deadly.
You know, Priceline helps families save up to 60% on family-friendly hotels.
So many great trips, we might just live here with another vacation, baby.
Gross.
Take it easy, Paris. And you too, Fort Lauderdale.
Lisa was in Toledo.
Advil liquid gels.
We just had another ad. That's dumb.
Tylenol rapid release gels. New Advil targeted relief. The only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that penetrates deep for up to 8 hours of relief.
When you score big at the tourney, and your chips are crave-worthy.
Allow me to reintroduce
Seriously?
To me, like I'm actually
Okay, I could have skipped this whole time.
It smells fresher than a daisy. It's not a sad situation. This right here is what I'm using today. This is the Complete Conditioning Co-Wash from Cantu for natural hair. It's got no sulfates, no silicones, no parabens, and no mineral oil, so it should be really gentle on my hair. I had to get it online. I had to get this on Amazon. It took a little while to come. I think maybe it was like £10. My hair is literally like, what are you doing, honey? Oh no, baby, stop! What are you doing? What build up, honey? What build up? That was definitely a lot quicker because it took me like no time to detangle my hair, seeing as I only detangled my hair yesterday. That was fun. So it's 4:30, and you know what? I know that I need to wash my hair early tomorrow, so I'm so tempted to not even bother putting styling products in it. Yeah, so the whole point of styling products is to make the finished result look nice, but we're not even getting to see the finished result at this point because my hair is taking too long to dry before I actually need to wash it again. So I feel like I wasted like a good couple of pounds worth of styling product yesterday because I washed my hair before my hair even had a chance to flourish and shine. I'm actually going to give this one a go instead. This is just a scrunching jelly. So scrunching is obviously a lot less time consuming than actually twisting and defining. Oh my gosh, there's something in my eye now. I hope I'm not allergic to that. And then I'm going to use some leave-in conditioner. And I already used like a good quarter, maybe almost 30% of this yesterday because I have a lot of hair. Am I going to go through this in 3 days? Not going to do anything crazy. I mean, it's really dark. You guys literally can't see me. My hair's dripping on me. This feels gross. Let's get a towel. Yeah, so I'm literally only making half the effort that I made yesterday just because I kind of feel like it's pointless. Nobody's going to see my hair actually looking nice. Everybody's just going to see
hi.
I don't think this is what I need.
Hi, Pancakes Legit. Awesome. We're just hi Pancake. So if you haven't noticed that if you don't know who Onision is, Onision likes to tell people black people how to style their hair. And so she's just being sarcastic. Anyway, so let's go actually watch something fun, shall we? Let's watch Curly Boy Chuck again. 'Cause he's awesome.
Pistachio for you, sir.
One strawberry, please.
I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put the sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. I'm willing to take that shot because, as I said, I'd rather all his teeth fell out and he pooped his pants and had to roll across the street than choose a man who I know is out to destroy the country.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and back to a brand new video. So in today's video, as you saw from the intro, we are going to go over the most recent segment from The View where Whoopi Goldberg literally says, can't make this up, that she doesn't care if Joe Biden is pooping on himself and has to be rolled on the ground to get to the podium. She would rather vote for that than have to vote for Donald Trump or see Donald Trump win as president. You know what's funny about that statement?
Hey, don't try to, don't.
The same people,
Hey,
the same party, the same
Archie.
legacy people who love to say that people who support Donald Trump, MAGA, is
I'm
an
trying to help
extremist
you,
cult,
asshole.
and that people are
There
so
you go.
blindly loyal to a cult and to a person and to an idea.
That's
they're not willing
see,
to
see, look.
how crazy they
That's
sound with their
Archie.
loyalty. What she just said has to be the craziest thing I've ever heard. And I've heard some crazy stuff from Democrats, from liberals, from the media, from the left. That kind of takes the cake. But I love how the double standard always is. When they say it, it's perfectly fine because they're fighting for democracy. But when people on the right say it, they're cult members. Yeah. So let's watch this this clip from The View, this segment. I am going to have to do some editing with the voice and the footage just to avoid copyright, so just FYI, but I will have a link in my description to the full video where you can watch it yourself. Good luck if you do, because it's crazy. So without further ado, let's watch this video together, break it down, and analyze it as usual.
So President Biden sat down with George Stephanopoulos on Friday to defend his performance at the first presidential debate. There are two. Which raised concerns about whether he's up for the game. Take a look.
Was this a bad episode with a sign of a more serious condition?
It's a bad episode. No one take very serious condition.
An episode happens once.
Listen to my instincts.
It's not an episode. This is a freaking series.
Bad night. You came home from Europe about 11 or 12 days before the debate. Spent 6 days in Camp David. Why wasn't that enough rest time, enough recovery time?
Because I was sick. I was feeling terrible. I just had a really bad cold.
And did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
You can be convinced.
Of course not.
Knock feet down and Trump will stand down.
It depends if the Lord Almighty comes out and tells me that I do that.
And if you stay in and Trump is elected and everything you're worrying about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the British job as I know I can do, I should be survived.
So after the interview, some Democrats have continued to call on him to step aside. And then just before we went on air, he made a really a phone call to Morning Joe this morning. Take a listen.
I am not going anywhere. With me running, if I didn't absolutely believe that I am the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in 2024, I don't care about the big names standing. They're wrong in 2020. They're wrong in 2022 about the red wave. They're wrong in 2024. I'm getting so frustrated by the elite. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but about the elite in the party, who they know so much more. But these guys don't think I should run against me. Go ahead, announce the president. Challenge me at the convention.
So, I mean,
Like the DNC will let him do that.
listen, I'm just going to have my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's
Oh,
his pants.
this is sad. This is sad. What?
He can't put the sentence together. Show me he can't do the job. And then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated.
Hold up a second. She says, show me and then I'll believe it. So watching the debate on national television where he literally was stumbling over every single sentence, that wasn't enough for you? The fact that he's been hiding for the past year and a half, that wasn't enough for you? Even in 2020 when he was supposedly campaigning and he was hiding in his basement, that wasn't enough for you? The fact that over 70% of the country does not believe that he is ready or can do the job, that isn't enough for you? The fact that half of your own party doesn't believe in him, that isn't enough for you? The fact that he's polling, I believe, at 37%, which is the lowest that any incumbent has ever been polled to never win, that isn't enough for you. Wow.
Debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to say this, and you can't talk to him like this. You doing this right, doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it. And gave 4 years. So yeah, I have pulling days all the time. All that I step so much pulling you can't even imagine. Now I'm not running the world, but
At Staples, we're experts in your world of work.
I'm excited to show them this.
And with the industry's best warranty.
I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, yeah, there are 2 debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me, if you are doing the job, I like
Really?
everything you're doing.
Really?
I don't like it all. But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth and just split his lip.
But funny, because when people on the right do what you just said, you call them cult members. You've literally sat in that chair and called people who support Donald Trump a cult. You and the rest of the cackling hens of the View have said that multiple times. So I find it interesting that here you are stating that I'm going to be loyal because loyalty is everything. Tell me how is that any different than somebody who supports Donald Trump and is loyal to him? How that's any different? No matter what he does, they're going to vote for him. You're literally saying the exact same thing in support of Biden because of your personal feelings and your personal loyalty to this man, even though you yourself say he could literally poop on himself and I'll still vote for him, I don't care. So again, your standard and then the standard that you have for people who are Republican or right-wing or a part of MAGA is completely different. They're crazy, they're extremists, oh my God, the country's in trouble with those people, but yet here you are literally repeating the same words. Like if I didn't know you were talking about Biden and I didn't know who you were, I wouldn't be able to differentiate what you just said versus what a MAGA person says when they're supporting Donald Trump. But isn't it funny that when it's from the left, suddenly there's nuance, suddenly it makes sense, suddenly it's about democracy? Yeah.
Nobody said that, but Anna said that, I believe. Well, something she's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now is, the question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, you know, oh, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this might be a way of describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no. The people chose him. We can't take him off the ballot. Well, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's going to be any easier to take Biden off the ballot. But I want to say something.
Well, hold on. The biggest difference there, though, is that the Republicans are going through a primary process. And within the primary process, Republicans voted and chose Donald Trump as the nominee. He won all the polls. That's the difference. See, Democrats, if they were smart, could go to a convention and could bring it up to a vote if they wanted to and bring it back to democracy, because clearly after 4 years, Joe Biden is not competent. Everybody knows this. Like every other election, after 4 years,
So we know now
all over again, right? And it's up to the party to decide who the nominee is going to be. You are not guaranteed
that if there was another candidate, how it would end up. So I want to I just want to do it with Trump and Biden and see what happens now. Hi Hannah, I'm doing a thing. I'm trying to see if, like, you know, like last I think it was last week I did a live stream.
to be a nominee for a second time just because you were president the first time. That's why you go through the primary process. Democrats are choosing not to go through that process because they don't want to let go of Joe Biden, because they're too afraid of the risk that it will be if a replacement comes in and can't be Donald Trump. So they're going to put all their eggs in one basket under Joe Biden. That is their choice. That isn't really putting it up to the people. That's putting it up to the party, because the people are speaking. 70% are not in favor of Joe Biden right now. They do not feel confident that he can do the job because he's too old. Point blank period. They feel like his performance clearly is showing cognitive decline. That's the issue. And Democrats are not putting it up to the people. So you can't say that, because if they were, they would go through a primary process and allow the Democratic process to decide if Joe Biden is going to be the nominee again for a second time or not. But they're not doing that. And I also laugh when Joe Biden says, oh, if you want to challenge me, then challenge me. Right. Like the DNC is really going to make way for a new person to come in to challenge him within the party. It's not going to happen. Come on. At this point, the system is completely rigged. We know that. I'm not a Bernie supporter, but I can tell you that Bernie Sanders definitely was railroaded by the DNC back in 2016 and again in 2020. If you remember in 2019 when they were going through Super Tuesday, every single candidate dropped out but Biden at that point in time. I think Elizabeth Warren was the only one to stay in the race, and then eventually she dropped out. But they all dropped out and made way for Biden because the party told them to do so. Even though they could have challenged Biden, and I think they would have had a much stronger fight if they had went with somebody else. But no, the DNC chose the maturing candidate, which was Joe Biden, and they went with it. So don't sit here and tell me that anybody can just come in and challenge Joe Biden within the party and they're going to have a fair chance, because they're not. The DNC is corrupt and crooked. Ain't going to happen.
Joe Biden is a nominee. He is the human being standing between us and Donald Trump. I think Democrats need to stop making the case against Joe Biden and start making the case against Donald Trump.
I saw Joe Biden the day after the debate. I saw him that night at an LGBTQ gala. I hugged him so tight I almost broke up. I know somebody pretending to have spoken to him. No, I actually did speak to him.
My God.
And until Joe Biden tells me he is out, I am riding with Biden Harris. Kamala Harris has come out so strong this last week as part of that team.
I mean, part of the reason I have no qualms about supporting Joe Biden, zero, is because I know that if something happens to him, like every other vice president, she will step in, and she is prepared, she is experienced, she is decent, she is compassionate, she is smart, she is far from the caricature that Republicans have tried to build with her. You know what? I am with Biden Harris till the damn end. Yeah.
And I love how she tries to say that Republicans are creating a caricature of who Kamala is. You can't blame Republicans, Anna. You can't do that.
She does it all on her own.
And just like Biden,
She does it all on her own.
her poll numbers are extremely, extremely low. She is not liked. Nobody is excited about Harris. They're just not. So, again, you can blame Donald Trump, you can blame Republicans, but at the end of the day, people are speaking, and the polls are showing that they are not confident with Harris, which is why, by the way, the DNC is talking about everybody else as a possible replacement, and Kamala Harris is like last on the list, even though she's supposed to be first on the list if anything were to happen to Biden. But somehow you want to blame it on Republicans and say that they're creating a caricature of who she is. No, people know exactly who and what she is, and they're not in favor of her. Sorry, they're just not. But I love how Anna's defense about that is, oh, well, I know her personally. Okay, well, that's great for you. Congratulations, you're an elitist.
Here's Archie. Archie. There he is. There is Archie all
I would love to
over.
show you what a K-12 powered school is really like.
No, you don't need to go over here. Come over here, Archie. You're orange.
Move as fast or as slow as you need
Don't
to.
nip at me.
And let your learning soar. Cool.
This is Archie.
Most Americans are never going to get a chance to dine with the president or to be at fundraisers with him. 50 million people tuned into that debate, and it's going to be undecided voters and swing voters who determine this election. I believe that Trump is a threat to democracy. I am horrified that my party nominated an aspiring fascist, and there is one way to stop it.
Inspiring fascist, but really quickly, who decided to go after their political opponent and charge him with felonies right before the election in hopes he'd get locked up? Who was that? Oh, that was the Democrat Party, right? But Donald Trump is a fascist. When Donald Trump was president, he had a chance to go after Hillary Clinton. In fact, he said he would go after her if he became president. And what did he do? He said, I'm not doing that. That was all talk for the election. I'm not going to go after her. That's not what American presidents do. That's not what we do as a nation. We don't go after our political opponents. So it's funny how they want to use words like fascist and use all of these like huge, scary words to describe him, forgetting the fact that he was already president for 4 years.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. It has been nice and real talking with you guys, and sure, Archie. And this good little man. We'll see you guys soon. And have a good one. And don't forget, free speech in me is where censorship comes to die. Have a good one. Bye.